There is a realm beyond imagination, beyond the skies, beyond the heavens, where the essence of all things resides, and there I shall meet you again. On a winter's morning, beneath a golden sun and a gentle wind, sat a seeker named Haruki, robed in silence, eyes fixed upon the earth, not lost in thought, not meditating, just watching. At his feet, a tiny creature, a snail, crawled ever so slowly. Beside him, a soft voice broke the stillness.
What do you see, Haruki?
It was Amy, a traveler of the spirit, wise beyond her years. Haruki didn't look up. He only smiled faintly. Haruki said,
"It moves like it's rushing, but from our eyes, it's barely moving at all. I wonder, does it have somewhere it believes it must go?"
gently said.
Or maybe it's already there. Just being is enough.
Haruki walking alone through an ancient ruined city. He finds a mystical graveyard cloaked in mist. There, an old sage sits singing beneath a sakura tree. That morning, Haruki had met a stranger. Old, wild-haired, eyes like dying stars. A wandering ascetic or a forgotten god. The sage looked up from his chant and asked simply,
"Where are you going, child?"
And though Haruki never answered strangers, he told this one everything. The sage told him a story of love, fate, and a promise unfulfilled. A story from another time, perhaps another world.
"I too," the sage said, "was once young, heart burning like a sun. I was to meet her, the one I loved more than breath. I arrived early, drank water, tea, wine, then poison. She never came. I hated her, I cursed her, but when I ran to her home, I was told she had been in an accident. At the Temple of Healing, I arrived too late. I saw her once more, pale, still, eyes closed, but her soul smiled one last time when she saw me enter, clutching the flowers she had asked for. Then she was gone."
The sage pointing at 2 gravestones under a celestial tree, one filled, one empty.
"That grave is hers, and this one beside it, that's mine. I have waited here ever since, not to die, but to keep a promise."
"So I ask," Haruki said, voice trembling, "what is the point of such love, if it only leads to ruin?"
Because ruin is only the shadow of devotion. The point was never to avoid pain, it was to find something worth bearing it for. "Why did you call me here today?" Ame asked.
Haruki with a half-smile said, "I forgot." Tai, laughing softly,
"What would you do without me?"
As they walked through the garden, the tiny snail finally reached the end of the path. Slow, steady, fulfilled.
As you see this world, meeting me at the shores, flying with me to the mountains, in the conversation of eyes and trembling of breaths, where we meet again, just to smile, just to laugh, just to again open hearts. Oh, my beloved, I promise to meet you again, in a world beyond imagination, beyond skies, beyond heavens, where lies the essence of everything.
If this story touched you, consider subscribing.